right, Mariner fans, welcome back to the Monday Mojo Sports Desk. I'm Max Schwabe, Chris Sobba, Evan Barron behind the camera, and Chris Zweifel is coming in live from Walla Walla, Washington. Enumclaw, say whatever. If you haven't already listened to our episode with Jerry DiPoto last week, please give it a listen. It was a great time. We're going to cover, recap our encounter with Jerry DiPoto and chat with you guys about maybe expand on what we went over in our conversation. We're also going to talk about Tommy LaStella. We're going to talk about Goldy, the idea that he might be leaving to go broadcast in his hometown of St. Louis. What else am I missing, Chris?
That's a good start. Oh, which Chris?
Oh, that's a good point.
No, we all knew this would happen. We didn't give Goldy enough airtime. No, I was saying it the whole time last year. I was like, you got to give this guy some more or else he's going to dip. And now he's gone.
You did say that. And he's not gone.
He's not gone yet. He's a finalist. So let's break it down. Right now, as it stands, Saturday, January 22nd, Sunday, January 22nd, excuse me. Monday Mojo recorded on a Sunday, dropped on a Monday, as we all know. St. Louis Cardinals have parted ways with their longtime TV announcer, Dan McLaughlin. He's gotten his third DUI.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the man has lost his job. They mutually agreed to part ways. That is what has brought in Aaron Goldsmith to surface lately, trending on Twitter, as all of us Mariner fans know. They're looking at Goldy as a finalist. 2 names. He is one of them. The second name has not been announced. They have not commented on it. So, he's in the dark. He or she. Not going to judge here. But Goldy is born in Wichita, Kansas. He grew up in St. Louis. Everybody in the baseball land knows St. Louis is a phenomenal baseball place.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Goldsmith is really, 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 really good at what he does. And for a person to get the chance to go back home, let's look at Ken Griffey Jr. He went back home to Cincinnati. People want to do what they do, their work. They want to do it back home.
Mm-hmm.
This could be just such an awesome opportunity for Goldy. It sucks for us. Zweifel, you hit the nail on the head. We don't give him enough airtime. It's sometimes radio. It's sometimes TV.
It's a lot of Sims.
It's a lot of Sims, and I do love Dave Sims.
I do. Yeah. I love Dave Sim too, but
it's going to be tough for the Mariners who love spending money to keep Aaron Goldsmith.
Well, as many of our listeners might remember, we actually had the chance to meet with Goldy last season, ahead of last season. And one of the things that that we discussed was early on in his career and his first time ever calling a home run, where he ultimately was, he told us this story about no idea. He'd never called.
First time doing play-by-play.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy hits a no doubter, the game that he's covering.
In Goldy's words.
Yeah. He says, guy hits a no doubter. Any other announcer would be like, that is, like what he does now. It's like, that is crushed. But no, ball hits the bat. He's heading out to the outfield, clearly going over the fence. Nothing is said until the ball lands behind the fence.
Home run.
No, he says, and that's a home run. Like, dude. And of course, it's funny because he didn't even really see himself, from what I gathered when we spoke to him, he didn't really see himself as being a commentator. But of course, we love him for what he does now. And
I think he wanted to be a commentator, but he just was always humble.
Yeah.
And wasn't going to be the guy with the big ego. And he didn't think that he was going to make it big. And making it as a broadcaster in the MLB is arguably harder to make it as a player in the MLB, because you think about it, each team is going to have 2 to 4 to 6, maybe broadcasters. Each team has 40-man rosters, right? And so for somebody to make it to the MLB, he did it in 6 years. 6 years when he got the call from the Mariners, the opportunity. He did some work for the minor league team in Boston, which is super well known. It's like the Worcester.
I think it was Pawtucket, maybe.
Yeah, Pawtucket.
Pawtucket. Yeah. So he did some work there. I remember him telling about
Pawtucket Pat.
He was telling us about his first ever play-by-play job. making $70 a month for the Gateway Grizzlies, and $70 a month. Think about that. That's not shit.
That's outrageous.
And he tells us, he goes, I was like, I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like, I was dumbfounded that they were paying me even $1. And he was just
I'll
happy
do this
to
for
do
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite story was when he was talking about he was putting his tape together because he didn't have any like audio that he could use of himself. And so he would like do basketball games and he's like, I don't know these players' names. So
Yeah.
like every star player was like Jones or Williams. He's like Jones.
He used his wife's maiden
Oh
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which whatever it
And then,
was.
the other surrounding
He's like,
cast.
I don't give a damn. I'm not gonna memorize these guys' names.
In the surrounding cast, he'd use just like his buddies' names who he ran into that day. Be like, oh, and Jackson for 3. It wasn't
Jackson.
even his last name.
It's going off.
No, yeah, that would be a big loss for the Mariners community if we got rid of Goldy, or if he chose
If he took another job.
Fort
Yeah.
Wales, yeah.
He's young, man. He's young. And you look at like Vince Scully, he retired, and
Mhm.
did he pass away?
Yeah, he passed.
He
away.
did pass
How
away.
did
Yeah,
you not know this?
yeah. Damn.
Yeah, come on now.
I feel like Max right
He's
now.
probably the greatest broadcaster.
Yeah, I
of
know,
all time.
probably. And where I'm going with this is I'm paying all respects to him here. You look at him way back in the day when he was super, super young and he was calling for the Dodgers, right? He was always Dodgers. Am I wrong there?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
always-
Dodgers.
He's
Yeah.
always Dodgers.
Yeah.
And so you think like Goldie could do, if we kept him forever, not many teams get to have what we had with Niehaus, right?
Mhm.
And what if Goldie could be the resurrection of that?
Well, we also have Rick Riz too.
Rick Riz is okay, and he's straight radio.
Yeah.
If I'm Goldie, does this upcoming Mariners, rebuild that you've been dying to see come to
Amen.
fruition? Do you want to still be a part of that? And obviously the Cardinals have been a historic franchise, but I don't know if they're as going to be as competitive as the Mariners could be, maybe as far as winning a championship. So maybe what gives you a better opportunity as a broadcaster?
Does the broadcasting team get a ring if we win a World Series?
No
If
way.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The Mariners own Root Sports. I feel like everybody
Maybe.
in the
I
organization.
know the
gets a
whole
ring.
organization gets it.
Yeah,
so-
like even the sales team.
and he does a podcast to Jerry DePoto, so I
Yes.
mean, he probably would. I'm assuming.
The Mariners own Root Sports.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We own Root Sports.
That's
Yeah.
why. That's why you
We're
hear
not
all the
diving
positive
down.
talk about the Mariners.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So you think about the revenue that they're bringing in. We're kind of getting off track here, but the Portland Trailblazers, the Seattle Kraken,
Sounders.
Sounders.
Kraken. Right.
Mariners.
Yeah.
Like there's other teams on there too.
Mhm.
Montana, Grizzlies.
Mhm.
There's a lot of markets that Root Sports covers. That revenue goes to the Mariners.
Yeah. That's why I wanted JD Martinez.
Yeah, I feel like that's enough revenue for
Wait.
JD Martinez.
Oh, just because that brings in revenue. I don't.
I thought it-
understand
I
why that's
thought-
why you wanted JD Martinez.
No,
What is
I've just been wanting to put on the show that I wanted JD Martinez for a long time, and I feel like 2 years, 25 million or whatever he got. That's Blazer money.
That is Blazer money. That's Damian
That's
Lillard
Sounders
money,
money.
dude. Yeah.
Oh man,
if Damian Lillard is thinking that's Damian Lillard money, he's taking that as a slap to the face.
no, that's
Yeah,
not Damian
you're
Lillard
right.
money.
That is
I
not Damian.
I
Lillard
have
money.
nothing but respect for Dame Time.
Oh,
That
it
man.
is. It's always Dame time.
It's
Dude,
always
it's
Dame time.
always Dame Time. He's my second favorite NBA player.
I
of all
saw him play when I went to University of Montana freshman year. It was the Big Sky championship
State?
game against Weber State.
Yeah.
And D. Lillard was playing us, and Montana won that game to go play Syracuse in the first round, and
And
we
get
were 15th
smashed.
seed and absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
But I did see Dame Lillard play in person. I did get asked to leave that game a little early.
Oh my
Jeez.
God.
It happens.
Max,
So I
who's
didn't
your-
see all of it?
These were your college days, huh?
I was freshman
What's
year.
what?
I was freshman year.
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Soba
yeah.
college days.
What'd you say?
Max, who's your favorite NBA
There you
player?
go. I was waiting for that. Okay, I'm going to answer this question, and then we're going to get back into Mariners stuff. My favorite NBA basketball player of all time is Ray Allen.
Wow,
Had a chance to shake his hand. Loved watching him on the Sonics.
that's a letdown right there.
Where'd he go to college?
Doesn't matter.
UConn.
UConn?
Doesn't matter.
Still doesn't matter. He's a great guy wherever he went to school.
Yeah, it was UConn.
Where'd Steph Curry go to school? It was some.
Davidson, baby.
Davidson.
You didn't even know?
No, I did. It
That was,
just,
that was a
it's one of
genuine
those-
question. No, I thought that was
Do one
rhetorical.
more. Do one more. One more
Where
quiz.
did Dwayne Wade go to school?
Marquette.
Georgetown? Marquette's right. Yeah.
All right, we can get back now.
Okay. And we're back at the Monday Mojo Sports Desk. So we covered Goldy. That'd be a big loss if we lost him.
We could cover the tweet by the Mariners, and it was the upcoming promo list. Or let me pull this up here. I have a bookmark on Twitter. But it's the 2023 promo schedule. So a lot of action happening in April. April 1st, star of the show, Julio Rodriguez bobblehead night. Not going to want to miss that. April 2nd, all you youngins out there, Luis Castillo, kids shirts. And then April 14th, this is dope. We got Cal Raleigh bobblehead night. It's the clinch Cal bobblehead night.
So it's
April
just gonna
14th.
be like his swing pose where like
Oh,
he goes down
man.
and golfs that home run.
Not sure.
You know what, Max? Maybe.
You know what? Maybe
It might be.
Just throwing out ideas.
I like it. Go talk to Kevin Martinez and see what he has to think.
In the teal blue or the teal
Just teal.
field of teal.
Just teal.
Okay.
Just teal.
Um
For all you folks who think it's Northwest Green.
and then of course and then of course we have
All-Star Game hat night, April 21st, excuse me. Day after, April 20th. Anyways, and then kind of a bone to pick on May 27th with JP Funko Pop night. The bone to pick is with Funko Pops in general. Zweifel,
Can you
don't know
explain to me
Funko
what
Pops
those?
are?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what Funko Pop.
So Funko Field is the Everett Aqua Sox, and Funko Pops are a new version of bobbleheads, but they're not bobbleheads because the heads don't bobble.
What?
They're really dumb. And if you go look them up on Google, just type in Funko Pop. It's
Wasn't-
just I don't like them. I don't like them.
Currently
because I like
Googling
bobbleheads.
Funko Pop.
Yeah, Google it up and type in Funko Pop, and you're not gonna like the way it looks. I guarantee it.
It's kind of a cool name. Oh,
Sure.
they're the huge eyes,
Yeah.
wide faces,
Oh,
anime
dude.
looking characters.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, screw that
Thank
shit.
Thank you.
Hey,
God damn.
I know.
You
I
don't
don't
talk
like
like
them. I don't
that.
like them.
What?
So
Well, I think it's a fun design, but like what happened with bobbleheads? Dude? I'm looking at 5 of them right now.
why fix something that's not broken?
Well,
Mm,
maybe
it's just
they're
a little
appealing to a
yeah.
different market, different
Exactly.
demographic. Yeah.
Exactly.
What kind of focus groups were they running where somebody's like, yeah,
Listen,
Funko
anime
Pop versus a
anime is
bobblehead.
about as popular as it's ever been.
Anime
and that looks like
is
an anime
very
character.
popular,
I mean,
yeah.
I totally see the angle.
So
Do I like it? No.
yeah,
Well, hey, for all you folks who do like anime and Funko Pops, May 27th, JP Crawford, Funko Pop night. That's your night, not my night. I don't care about that one.
we already got our JP souvenir.
Yeah, I do.
I have.
you have one
on-
too?
on my desk. Yeah, I went to the same goddamn game.
With me?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, Steelhead jersey. We all love the Steelhead jersey.
Yeah.
That's gonna be June 17th. June 18th, the next night, Gino bottle opener. Wonder what that's gonna look like. But for all you 21 and plus,
I got keys.
I guess maybe you can actually get that if you're under 21. There's Coca-Cola bottles.
Sure, yeah.
Topo Chico.
Topo Chicos. What? Oh yeah.
You
yeah,
do need a
yeah,
can
yeah,
opener for
yeah.
that. Yeah.
A bottle opener.
Bottle opener, can opener.
Not a
Can opener
can.
has a bottle opener on it.
Wait,
Every one
who?
of them does.
Topo Chico.
Cares.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
like Topo Chico.
Anyway, I have keys. for
Last
that. I don't know.
one of the list. Last one on the list. Thai France bobblehead night, July 18th. July. That's midsummer. That's
Yeah,
gonna be a nice night.
Yeah.
That's
It's gonna
a nice
be
night to get Thai France on a bobblehead.
7 p.m. sunset night behind the skyline.
I think that's gonna be probably a 6:10 start.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're also planning on inducting King Felix into the Mariners Hall of Fame in August.
The last ever King's Court shirt.
Oh, yeah. So Eiffel, what games are you going to be planning on coming down here? I mean,
Oh,
I'm
man.
going to try and go
I
to
haven't even
Felix.
looked. I
Felix.
haven't even looked.
Well,
I just kinda let it come to me.
expand on that. What's some of your guys' favorite Felix moments, if you can recall?
Oh,
A perfect game, obviously.
Obviously, the perfect
Yes.
game comes
Yeah.
to mind, but is there any
So-
other ones that kind
yeah,
of stuck out
yeah.
to you?
I'd like to go first. I don't cry a lot. I don't.
Why not?
But I was there. I don't know, it's
like
a whole
crying.
culture thing, men, masculinity, something like that.
Are you insecure about your masculinity so you can't
Nope.
cry?
Nope. not doing that. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of other podcasts on men and emotions.
You don't listen to other podcasts. You don't listen to podcasts.
No, I don't. I
So how
don't.
do
I
you
don't
know
listen to any pod. I don't listen to this podcast. No, but I went to Felix's last game. God, that was
with your mom,
no.
with me. I got sick.
Yes,
Fuck.
that's
I got
right.
sick.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You got sick, so I went with a couple of other buddies, and I remember like he went out for his last inning, and I had a couple beers, but like I could not help but shed a few tears. Like when he was walking off, because he's crying too, and watching that kid grow up from 18 to when he retired a couple of years ago was really special.
Couple years ago.
Few.
Okay.
3.
I guess he did finish with the Braves.
Yeah. Well, we're not even counting that. But man, I think it was a mixture of like, yeah, I'm gonna miss you. I have your jersey. Like you brought so much joy to Mariner fans, but it was also like disappointment. We never even got you close to a ring, to pitching in October. And
Got close in 18.
sure he did. Yeah, you got close.
I retract my questioning of a couple years ago. I'm sorry. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was not.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was
Come on,
wrong. It
thank
takes a man to admit when
Jesus.
he's wrong, and I'm being the man.
Yes, it does. Anyway, so that was my favorite Felix memory. I obviously saw a lot of great games, him pitching and me idolizing him as a young pitcher. But watching him leave was a significant moment for me.
I like that. I think mine, obviously everybody loves the perfect game.
Yeah.
But let's, you exclude that one for this purpose. I hate it when Toronto comes to Seattle. I really do. 'Cause
Yep.
they take it over. Felix Hernandez, I forget what inning it was. It was late in the game. He got a massive strikeout and he's coming off the mound and he yells, "This
Oh,
is
yeah.
my fucking house."
Yeah,
My
that was awesome.
house.
Yeah.
And goddamn, did I feel that energy? Did I feel every word in that statement? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
probably that one had power behind it.
Mhm.
And he even, as Jerry DePoto, as we were talking about superstitions last week with him, one of them not touching chalk. Felix Hernandez had that superstition. He would never, ever, ever touch the chalk.
I don't
when he was
think
walking to
many
and from the
people
mound.
do.
Touch the old chalk.
No, yeah, sure.
Most people do that little skip over it,
All right, whatever. I'm just trying to get some inside scoops here. All right. Anyways, so Felix wouldn't do that, but when he was coming off the mound after saying "This is my fucking house," he did a little leap, jump, skip, and a hop over the line, and just had some swagger behind it. I really enjoyed that one.
That man had swag every day.
He did.
Yeah.
He do.
What about you, Zweifel?
That's a pretty good one. If it's a game, it's
It's obviously the perfect game. I love that it's on a lot of shirts too. It's right when he finished the perfect game and he does that little half turn and points to the sky. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's a moment. Yep.
It's just like little things. He just had swagger.
Swagger.
anyway.
Who, Max,
So-
caught the perfect game?
Sorry?
Who caught Felix's perfect game? And what was the final score and who was it against?
I know it. I know it.
I know all of it.
2-0. It was against
1-0.
1-0. It was against Kansas City,
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay,
Tampa Bay.
0-2.
and
3 strikes and you're out.
Who caught it?
This is the toughest one. You're gonna get this.
Yeah.
You probably don't even know this player, Max.
No, he has no idea.
No. I knew this.
John Jaso.
Yeah.
You had no idea.
I was about to say Trends, but we didn't even have him then.
Oh my god.
He wasn't in the league.
So is this a new segment in the podcast where you guys just roast
I
me?
felt bad about it. Yeah,
I was never gonna do it, but like Chris has opened the door for me a number of times, so I just
I don't want to close the story either. It's just
I
too
kind
easy.
of follow him through.
It's too
Well,
easy.
I love the Mariners. That's
Yes, you do.
objective. Do I know? Anyway.
Anything about him? No.
No,
Do I do a podcast on him?
I sure do. Yeah, here I am. So we covered Goldy. We covered promos. I've never been interested in promos, but
Well, that's not quite a promo for us. That's just I'm interested in the bobblehead nights.
well,
You kidding me?
to add to your collection here.
Me and my buddy, well, our buddy Riley Maloney. Shout out
Yeah.
Riley. We did yard work for this lady back in the day in high school. very well.
She paid you in bobbleheads?
No. But she
Funko
had a
Pops.
bobblehead collection of Seattle Mariners. Every single bobblehead the Seattle Mariners have ever released, ever. She had all of them
She
in their
even had
boxes,
the
in pristine
All-Star
condition.
bobblehead?
Every single one.
2001?
Every single one.
Yeah.
So she's old. She's old.
Yeah.
People get old. It happens. I think she's still breathing. But if she couldn't make it to a game, she would somehow, I don't know, she had connections. She would get the bobblehead. So she has every single bobblehead the Mariners has ever put out.
Hmm.
Pretty insane. It's quite the collection.
Sounds like she needs a spot on the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know if she's alive still. She
Hmm.
might be. I can ask.
Okay. Well, right on.
Anyway,
Yeah. What were we going to talk about next?
What about the new signing? Maybe.
Oh, Tommy LaStella, Tom DeLonge.
What?
it's time
Where
to
are
launch.
you?
I like
I'm
that.
so sorry.
So, Tommy LaStella. When the news broke, I looked at his stats, and he reminded me a lot of like a Willie Bloomquist kind of character, right?
Sure.
Never
Shout out to
more
the
than
jersey.
yeah, never more than a few hundred at bats a season, right? I think his most hits in a season was like close to 100. So like definitely utility player type deal. I think we're adding depth to our infield. And I'm okay with it. Again, like it's not a big name. And right, we had the chance to obviously sit down with Jerry DiPoto, and subjectively, I think people might look at our transactions that have taken place during the offseason and
Be
there's the
underwhelmed. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's still people out there that think that we're not doing enough, but I like the Tommy LaStella move. I think he's going to be a good I mean, backing up Dylan Moore, help me
Yeah.
out here. Like what? Expand.
All right. The
No, I
meaning
mean
of
he's a
LaStella.
utility
I'm gonna go down a
player.
different road.
He's a utility
on.
player that's a contact. I mean, it's like a freaking nothing signing. He's a contact hitting 33-year-old who the last 2 years his numbers have gone down both years. Last year he batted 224. I mean, am I supposed to get excited about Tommy LaStella?
No,
I don't
no,
I don't
like, that's
understand.
it.
No, we're
That's
not. We're
what I was
not.
just
We're not.
thinking.
We're not
Like-
supposed to be excited about Tommy LaStella. I will say this. As Jerry covered it in our interview with him last week, I think the signings that he's doing, they're not going to be the big names. As we all know, they're going to be people that he's just going to bring in. And with the Mariners and the data teams and the analysis that we're going to be running, we're going to put these guys in positions and have them play where they have proven to be successful most throughout their career. And whether that's LaStella being a lefty, him going against right-handed pitchers,
Mhm.
or Teoscar or AJ Pollock going against left-handed pitchers and Kelnick going against right-handed, we're going to put whomever we have in the best place where they have the most proven success and they're the most comfortable and they have the most confidence. And so I have confidence in our guys coaching, like Scott and like Jerry and them, all their systems. Obviously Jerry's not coaching, but I think they're going to put these guys in the best positions to make them as most successful as possible. And I'm just really excited to see what that looks like.
I do too, but I think it's just like it's a little too much just to like
Blindly follow Jerry and the whole team and just be like, no matter what they do, we can't criticize it. It's just everything is in Jerry we trust. Like Tommy LaStella is going to be great. Like Mike Ford, hell, throw him out there. I love it. Like no, there was some guys out here in the offseason that we should have made offers to, and it always comes back to that thing. You don't know if the certain player you're talking about wanted to be in Seattle. And, you can say that about everyone. It's like, well, what if he didn't want to come? Yeah, okay. If he didn't want to come, then fine. I would have thrown him not 10 extra million, but at 5 extra million to like outbid like the Dodgers. And I'm talking about JD Martinez here.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great offense. I think it's a mid.
What did they sign JD for?
It was like 2
You remember?
years. I think it was 2 years, 25 million.
Okay.
And like
So
that
one I'll be
to
on
me
board
is
with you.
palatable.
That one I'll be on board with you for sure. The only kind of caveat I guess I have here is the way we use our DH position.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit because we need a rotating DH. We can't have just a DH. That's why Nelson Cruz just isn't going to fit. And I know people have talked about that last year and whatnot during the trade deadline, but I just don't think that that's what we're looking for in our formula.
No, and you're right. That's not what
They're looking for, and that's like that. They do love the rotating DH. I'm just saying, like, this is a time where I don't have to agree with every single thing that the organization does. I think if your problem is like you leave that game in the playoffs against the Astros where we go 18 innings, we don't score a run, get eliminated. If you're Jerry and you're the team, you're thinking, what do we need to do to take this team over the hump next year? And the obvious answer is you got to add more hitting. We're not a good enough hitting team. You compare us to the Blue Jays, the Yankees, the Astros, the Braves, even the Cardinals, like the Mets. There's a bunch of different teams out there that are going to be competing for the World Series, and they all have better offenses than us. And I just think, we don't use the DH that way, but we have a huge hole at DH right now. If we started tomorrow,
surprised, man. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised this year.
We need to make a bet on where this offense finishes.
Mitch Haniger barely freaking played.
Yeah.
And
A healthy Mitch Haniger all year long. What do you think that does to our offensive numbers?
No,
Doesn't bring them down.
It helps it, but
I still would say I'm going to make a bet with you here on the show. We are going to finish middle of the pack in Major League Baseball. We're going to be like 15th, 16th in offense. And I just think, right now, if you went into if you played a game tomorrow, your DH would probably be, Taylor Trammell or Tom Murphy. And it's like, dude, that guy's going to
take the under 16. I'll take the under 16.
Okay. That guy is going to
be a 8 or 9 hitter or a 7 hitter in the lineup. You add a guy like, and this last time I'll say it, you add a guy like JD Martinez and put him 5-4 right in the middle. What's wrong? What's wrong with a big bat? Just because it doesn't fit our organizational
wrong
philosophy?
with a big bat, but a baseball season is a long season, 162 games. And if you have noticed,
he's cheap. He's not that
Ty
expensive.
France gets injured. Mitch Haniger gets injured. People get injured for a long time.
Yeah.
We need to have
last season. I was tired of Sobba saying the injury bug.
And we all thought at the beginning of the year, we have way too many outfielders. We're clogged up in the outfield. Yeah. We needed more outfielders.
We didn't think that.
But everybody, okay, whatever. You get what I'm saying. You get the point.
So
but how does that disprove
what I'm talking about? Where is like we need
Martinez is a DH. That's it.
Yeah, and he can play.
He can spare you in left field for a couple days.
I think I do have to side with Zweifel on this. The one question I want to ask, and I want to find some middle ground here, right? Zweifel, would you? I mean, given our offense last season, right, finished 90-72, second in the AL West, right, like handful of games where we barely squeezed by. Do you think our offense this year is going to be stronger than last year?
I mean, I would have to look up right now
exactly where we finish. I think it's pretty much the same offense. I mean, if you took out Mitch Haniger, yes, he didn't
disagree, but
no way.
I think
it's better. It's better.
Julio Rodriguez is going to be better. Colton Wong is going to be better than Adam Frazier.
Yeah.
Teoscar Hernandez is going to play more.
Yeah.
Than Mitch Haniger.
Yep.
Is Gino going
to
have another really good season like that?
I think so. I think so.
I do too. Because I'm optimistic.
100%. I think Gino's going to be a stud at third base like he was last year.
I'm not going to say he's going to fall off. I'm just saying there was no real improvement. Now you're going with Jared Kelenic every day in left field.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
AJ, hold on. Against righties, which is mostly what we're going to play, is going to be Kelenic. He hasn't proven anything. I like Jared Kelenic. I don't disagree with the fact that they're going to give the kid another shot, but it's a big question mark, and it's a big question mark on a playoff team. And AJ Pollock, I like the platoon split, but Teoscar Hernandez is a nice piece. I don't think we made any huge upgrades. I like Colton Wong over Adam Frazier, but for the most part, we're rolling it out. We're rolling it out again. We're rolling out the same team. It's a very similar team.
Okay, but
we ended with a pretty good team. I'm going to say this. We ended with a pretty good team, man. A really good team, actually. Hold on.
No, let me go.
Floor's yours.
Here's where I come in. And this is, look, normally I'm not too hot-headed about this stuff, but I will admit you've lost me here, Zweifel, because we have a solid pitching squad, better than
I'm not
last
talking
year.
about
We
pitching.
still have a great. We still have
Better
a
than
great
we
pitching
started
team.
with last year.
Exactly.
Better than we started.
Now, yes, okay. Our big names on our team are Julio Rodriguez and Ty France and
Luis Castillo,
Luis Castillo,
George Kirby,
Well,
Andres Munoz.
But
Wait,
yeah,
well, why are we talking
Raleigh.
about pitching? Why are
Yeah,
we talking about pitching?
I'm
I have
talking about-
I have no
Problem
problem
with pitching.
I know.
I love our pitching.
I'm talking about hitting. I'm saying, but when you marry the pitching talent that we have with our middle of the mill offense, that's still a playoff team. The
is.
problem is the reality is Astros are still probably going to be first place, right? And I think that's also something that Jerry probably and the organization has to recognize going into next season, right? It's like, look, Astros are still continuing their dominant era, and we can spend a shit ton of money and get JD Martinez and get Nelson
Wouldn't
Cruz
be a
or
shit
whatever.
ton of money.
It wouldn't be a shit ton of money.
Yeah, neither one of those would have.
What?
Neither one of those would have been a lot of money.
That's my
Nelson
whole
or
point.
JD.
So then why
Guys,
do
my
you
whole
disagree?
point
But
is-
the reason I'm not disagreeing it for monetary reasons. I'm disagreeing with it because of philosophy reasons. We don't utilize the DH position with
So
the
you'd rather
regular
have-
DH. We have a
you'd rather
regular DH
give-
position.
You'd rather
We
give
platoon it.
500
Bats to a bunch of worse players
Exactly.
that bat 8th or 9th or 7th.
seventh. Like
I'd rather know that we have more players that can step up than we don't put it on one guy because of the amount of situations we ran into. As we talked about a second ago with all the injuries. Injuries are going to happen throughout 162 games. And if you don't have depth on your depth chart, then you're going to be fucked.
I mean, adding JD Martinez.
as adds another player to the depth. He can spare you in right field or left field, a little bit. And I have no
don't
problem
disagree with it. I want to say this.
I have no
don't
problem just
disagree with
giving
it,
him the
Zweifel. I just
DH job.
understand why we didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. You're right about our philosophy, and I tend to agree with our philosophy. I just don't think we got markedly better. I think we got a little bit better.
Was that the
Courtland's-
goal? I mean,
What?
to get
if we're
better.
being,
Better?
to get markedly better. Like, was
Yes.
that ever the goal? I think, my opinion, I think the goal was to refortify it. It wasn't to acquire a huge fucking name because we already had one emerge, right? It's Julio,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
He's our new banner guy, right?
Face
don't
of the
think-
franchise.
Yes,
Our
face
new
of the
banner
franchise.
guy.
You
But
just-
let me say this. I never wanted
to
to
go out and overpay for a star player. I
Which is
saw
what
those
we would have
conver-
had to do.
No,
I'll say that
I'm-
right now.
Who's
Yeah,
the guy?
it
Who's
sounds
the guy
like-
I've been bringing up? Who's the guy I've been bringing up? He
JD
wasn't an
Martinez.
He's not a
overpay.
star. I'm not going to call him a star, man.
Okay, either way. I didn't want a big star. I didn't want to go overpay for a guy like that. I wanted a little
Bit of help. I wanted a little bit of help from a guy who we don't have a position for. We don't have a DH. You want to rotate the DH? It's fine. It's a difference in opinion, difference in philosophy, and the Mariners side with you. But I disagree with it. I'm going to stand on it that this team is going to be a mid-tier offense, and when we get into the playoffs, which I think we will,
Mhm.
we're going to run up against the same
Yeah.
thing we did last year. Is we can't score enough runs,
I'd respect that.
and that's all I'm saying.
Whoever won that Astros series, obviously the Astros won. I think would have won the World Series. I'm going to say that. And
Well,
I
good
think
thing
it
we
was
got
Lance
swept.
McCullers Jr.
Like that wasn't even.
I think it was Lance McCullers Jr. that also said that of the Astros, which okay, take it with whatever you want. Zweifel, we ended with a really good team, a really good
I like
team,
our
and
team.
I think you can't say, and it's really, I think it's at least difficult to say we're not better than we were where we ended last year today because of what we got out of Adam Frazier, because of what we didn't get out of Mitch Haniger with his injuries
And Jared
we-
Kelnick.
and Jared Kelnick. Yeah, sure. But I'm not gonna bring him too much in that equation.
fine.
I am excited to see the AJ Pollock and Teoscar Hernandez being able to platoon him. And if Jared Kelnick can't produce here,
He's gone.
then it's time to give up.
Yeah.
This is the last
Yeah.
test where it's like, hey, we're putting you in all the best positions for you to succeed. If you can't succeed now, all right,
Yeah.
time
And
to
I
fall
think
out.
we did get better.
I'm just saying we didn't. There was some other stuff that I would have liked to do that would have made me feel a lot better when
It sounds like
down.
there's one other thing that we could have done that would have made you happy. Not a lot
Yeah.
of stuff, just one.
Yeah, and I'm.
And it's JD Martinez.
If you want me to give a letter grade to Jerry and the team, I think they got
please.
like a B- or a B this offseason.
And it's so funny because in the hellhole of what Mariners Twitter is, it's a shit storm, man. They all like, this is the worst offseason. They're just upset with it. They're upset. They're not saying it's the worst, but they're just upset with the way the offseason has come to be because of the lack of spending we've done with the names that have been on the market, which honestly, I'm going to say, I don't think that this year's free agent class was actually even as strong as people are giving it credit for. I think if she had to get anybody out of it, it was going to be overpaying so much for anybody to come to Seattle because of all the extra variables that are in that equation for them to want to come here.
Yeah.
And
like
so the amount
Trey
of
Turner, I didn't want Trey Turner.
I didn't want these guys.
It would have been great. It would have been cool.
not
just
for
the
that
amount of-
price.
Exactly. So I think we've done a fine job, and I think we've gotten better, and I think we're going to continue to get better. Jerry ain't done. Come on.
But I think
Jerry
it's going to be
DePoto
more
was
It was like this,
we also have to remember
He's
the
not
off
done.
season is not over.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
But
the
if
trade
everybody's
deadline is
saying-
far away.
it's late January, 24 days until pitching and catchers report Ken Griffey Jr.
Represent 24 days. Well, when we're recording this, 25. But when you are listening to this, if you're
Can
listening
we
to it on
just
Monday,
pretend that it's Monday to make it easier for our listeners? Can we stop calling them our listeners? What about our fans?
why did it get hot in the baseball stadium after the game ended?
Because there were no fans.
They all left.
They all left.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, hey, listen. Sauce, please. What
what?
is sauce? Sauce, please.
Somebody who wrote that in the chat.
Yeah,
Someone's writing it. I don't know.
sauce.
Yeah.
Someone. Anyway.
We have a hacker.
Yeah, I think we have a hacker. I think that's good enough to wrap up. Like, there's not much else. Here's what I'll say.
Oh, I got one thing.
No, I
no,
want to
no,
say
no,
before
because-
we go
no,
into something
no.
else, please come on.
Rock, paper,
Come on.
scissors once. Whoever gets rock, paper, scissors.
scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. I want you guys to be on the lookout. We are putting a Jerry DePoto round 2 out because we had some camera issues. Our camera died during the interview, and there's another 10-15 minutes left of the interview. That has some really, really good juice content in there. We asked Jerry about a pitch where he struck out Scott Service. We asked him about his experience of going down in the stands after we beat Toronto, came back. He went and partied with them. He tells a fun story about
That can actually be found on Instagram.
It can. And he tells a phenomenal story about jersey swapping with a fan. Really good stuff where we ended that interview. And so be on the lookout for that. Make sure to listen to that. It is on the audio portion. A lot of y'all checked out our our YouTube. So look out on the audio portion if you want to check it now, but look out for it also on YouTube. And when you do, if you can do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Mhm.
Share it as well
Share.
with your friends, your family, your coworkers, your friends and friends and their friends. Make a group chat. Send it to everybody and get more subscribers to Monday Mojo and get more subscribers.
And
Appreciate it.
in turn, you get to learn our hot takes on the Mariners, and you get great discounts on hotel stays.
You do 10%
you
off
do.
using
And-
code MONMOJO at silvercloud.com.
MON Mojo. We're gonna do
10%
one
off at
more
your next
plug
stay,
for
Silver Cloud,
Silver
right
Cloud,
across the street.
Soto Mojo. I think that's
Soto
all we have.
Mojo's not the code. It's Mon Mojo, just not to confuse you.
Right.
But in Soto, you bring your mojo.
Too much mimosa, I guess.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hmm.
For all you guys listening in Seattle from around the world, thank you for listening. And as always, go Mariners. Zweifel, do you have anything to say before we go?
No, that's good. I love
That's
it.
good. That is
Love
good.
it.
Obviously, we'll be talking about how we think the team is going to be doing closer to the season, just like we did today. But stay tuned, and we love you. Go Mariners.